do we see the full potential of Gajeel's power in this chapter? We saw him beating the living fuck out of Torafusa, and that is what that terrorist members get. You do not mess with Gajeel Redbox. So there's this entire chapter was showing Gajeel was like, oh quick, give me more air, Lily, give me begging more for air, and I was like, oh, why don't I just use my magic for it? Because she was really freaking blushing and shit, saying, well, I only did it because it was you. It's like, really, Gajeel, you're just gonna think of that as nothing. I really don't like that when normally with characters they just completely forget it off topic and all that. I mean, I know you're in the middle of a fight though, but she literally did just kiss you, so it's like, I don't know, maybe might just go back into it maybe or around about the end of the series, because here it only likes to wrap up romances like that. But we see that she uses her magic pretty much to make more, but it's pretty much getting poisonous at this point, because there is no freaking all it is in this war is just carbon pretty much. There's no oxygen whatsoever, because this is how deadly this is, and pretty much you cannot. This was a perfect matchup, may I remind you, for Gajeel, because this guy had the hardest defense in all of Tyrus. He pretty much can just change his body at will for oh, it can be stronger than iron if it has to. And just as soon as Gajeel was pretty much at a rock bottom, he remembered this counselor, I think her name was Beleno, and gave Gajeel some advice when he was there back in the day in Phantom Rogue. And it was a really nice little flashback, actually, just seeing Gajeel back in the day. And it was it seems like this woman, Beleno, was actually the one that was actually bailing out Gajeel all the time and saying, you remind me of the son that died a while ago. And it was and he was saying, don't compare me, I'm going to beat the shit out of the theatre. So this is obviously before, the whole Phantom Rogue sort of arc came apart. And it was really sad just to see that when Gajeel actually went to her house, because, everyone went to look for the chancellors, and it's he went personally to see that one, and to see that she was already killed by Tartarus, and him just up on the roof saying, he was crying, saying, I really wish I could have talked to you one more time. That was, we never really see Gajeel open himself up like that. That's probably the only time we've really seen him do that. So it was kind of, sad and sort of progressive turn that he can actually, let out his feelings now, and it's it was a very emotional thing to chapter. This was just purely Gajeel's chapter, and it was a very good chapter at that. And you see Gajeel at the end using the carbon in the water, since you got carbon and it just with iron it makes fucking steel, and pretty much just makes this super ass powerful fucking body of his, which made him make dragon steel sword or something, which was sick as fuck at the end when he just managed to defeat Torafusa. And because of that, we've only got 2 people in towers we got beat now. All we got right now to beat is 10%, and we got the amount of gear as well. But that's the only people we got left to beat up, and it's so is Natsu gonna take on Tempesta? What's gonna happen with that? Because that'll be interesting. What's gonna happen? Because I believe this will be the second person that Natsu saw from Tyrus as well. Since this will be his second fight. Normally Natsu gets around by 2 or 3 fights with normally main members. Normally Natsu has around by 2 or 3 fights for this. So I imagine we're getting close to that. I mean, it's gonna be interesting, what's gonna happen with 10%. It'd be cool if Gajeel, after since Gajeel's fight and all that, I would if Lux has got a rematch with him, but I highly doubt we're gonna have that. But other than that, it was an alright chapter. I thought it was actually good. It had some good progression with Gajeel, and we had a conclusion of the fight. So personally, I did enjoy this one. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Nothing too crazy and all that, but it was actually a very nice chapter. Let me know anything in the comment section down below. What did you think of this chapter? Thought of Gajeel greatness. But that's all for me. Thank you very much for watching. As always, remember, I'll see you guys